Hey, my name's Mike. I'm a developer from Philadelphia, and in this video, I'm going to talk to you about going off platform with C Sharp on a Mac. So what we'll do is we'll install a special text editor that we can write all of our C Sharp programs in called Visual Studio. We'll then load up Visual Studio and we'll write your first C Sharp program off platform. So without further ado, let's get into the video and get started. The first thing we're going to do is install a text editor that we can use to run all of our C Sharp programs called Visual Studio. And then from within Visual Studio, I'll show you how to set up your first project. So let's start by opening up our browser, and you're going to want to go to visualstudio.microsoft.com. Now, Visual Studio is a special text editor that we can use to write C Sharp programs. Down here, there should be a link for the Visual Studio IDE. You're going to want to come down here and you're going to want to download the Community 2017 edition for Mac. If you click on that, then the download should start automatically. Once that file has been downloaded, you're going to go over to your Downloads folder and you can just click on it. And then this should give us this application, which is called Install Visual Studio for Mac. You can double click on this, and now we can use this application to install Visual Studio onto our computer. When this loads up, you'll see this window. Now, essentially, this is the window that's going to allow us to install different parts of the Visual Studio ecosystem. So there's a lot of these special add-ons that you can use if you're doing different types of development. In our case, we're just going to keep things simple, so you can actually uncheck Android and iOS right there. We're only going to install the necessary stuff, which is about 577 megabytes. So now click the Install button, give it a couple minutes, and it'll install Visual Studio on your computer. So the installation finished and up popped Visual Studio for Mac Community Edition. And from within this program, we can actually create a C Sharp project and then write all of our C Sharp code from within there. So what you want to do is you can either click New Project right here, or you can come up to File, New Solution. And then from within here, you want to make sure that you select Console Application. So we're going to be using a console application. And if it doesn't pop up right here, if you go to .NET Core and then you go to App, you'll see that console application is right there, and just make sure that C Sharp is selected. Now we can click Next, and you can give your project a name. In my case, why don't we call this Hello World? And then you can select the folder where you want to store it from. I'm going to click Create. And now essentially what we have is our project created. So you'll see here that we have a default program. It's just program.cs, and in here they give us a default line of code which just says Hello World. So all you have to do is come up here to the top left and click on this play button, and this will automatically run the code for you. So you'll see here a console pops up, it prints out Hello World, and then you can just press any key and then exit out of the terminal window. And so now you can write all of your C Sharp code from within this text editor, from within Visual Studio, and then from right here within this file. So play around with this. Maybe write some custom code of your own, but that's going to do it for this video. We've officially gone off platform with C Sharp. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.